Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about service level agreement and its uses in Pega. Let's get started with the topic. So generally when a particular assignment is assigned to some user, they might take times to approve it or reject it or to take an action on it. So when there is a situation like we are having some privileged customers and we have to follow up the respective users to approve that or reject that or to take an action on it, then we should be knowing the urgency, the respective person to whom the particular assignment is assigned. They should be knowing some urgency, or they should be some follow-up that are required to take an action on the particular assignment. So Pega has come up with a feature called as service level agreements. Service level agreements, if you go to Records Explorer under process, you can see service level agreements. So these are the service level agreements that are there in the system. Normally service level agreements are like to maintain timely resolution of the cases and to play around with the urgency of the respective case, and these are instances of rule obj service level. So when you're configuring an SLA, you just click create. You have to give your respective class to which you want to say this. I'm doing it in work on the rule set, and click on create and open. So if you see here, the initial urgency is 0. So when a case is created and a particular assignment is assigned to a user, then if you want to make the case urgency as 10, you can give some time. So there is some option called as assignment ready, immediately or definitely defined on some property. So suppose you have assigned a case to a respective user, then that particular user can take action on this particular case might be 3 days from today. So you want to calculate based on like, okay, this particular case initial urgency can be set to 10, and this SLA can be started from 3 days of the case assigned to the respective user. Then you can give that property. Or if you want to have some more delay, suppose case is assigned today, so you want this SLA to be started after 10 days, you can give like this. And this is hours and minutes, this also you can configure. Now I'm giving immediately. So if you see here, calculate service levels, there is something called as goal, deadline, past deadline. So these three are the timely attributes: goal, deadline and past deadline. And if you see here, urgency we are defining, right? This urgency can be varied from 0 to 99. You can't give value in negative or more than 100. So this is not past deadline, it's past deadline. So SLA is divided into three parts like goal, deadline and past deadline. So here suppose I will take an example. If a particular assignment is assigned to a user and after 4 days you want to send some follow-up email, then this initial 4 days is called as a goal, and after that, even though we have sent follow-up email and a particular user did not work on the respective assignment, then we would be configuring deadline like after 4 days, on 5th day or 6th day this would be waiting, and after 6 days from the assignment assigned to the user, we want to send another follow. Or if you want to do some other action, then we can configure deadline. And even though the particular user did not do any action after 6 days also, then if you want to do some more thing, then there is something called as past deadline. There also you can do some actions on it. So for example, you got a requirement like when an assignment is assigned to user, after 2 days this SLA should be started, and from that on 6th day, if a user did not do any action, you want to send some follow-up email, then you have to set goal as 4 days. Then even though after 8 days also user did not work on it, then you have to set deadline as 2 days. So whenever you configure this deadline goal, you have to make sure that you have to add these two. You have to add these two. 2 days plus 4 equal to 6. Now past deadline should be 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 6 12. So on 12 after 12 days, this particular past deadline would be triggered. This is our requirement and this is our configuration. So how do you configure that? So here we would be giving time delay. After 2 days, this SLA should be invoked. So this should be invoked after 4 days when the assignment is ready, and this should be triggered like after 8 days, like 2 plus 4 6. So I would be giving 8, 2 more days, and this is like I have it told 12. So whenever this SLA is invoked, from there it would be taking the count. And if you see here, there is something called as calculate service levels. So if you want to set the value through a property, you can give this. Then you can see the property, and this is disabled. So in the case processing, if you already having a decision table or decision tree and you want to play with a property, you can give this. Or if you want to hardcode here the days, you can give this based on your convenience and the requirement. And this is initial urgency, and even though this particular goal is triggered and after goal days also user did not take an action, you want to increase the urgency. If you give 20, then the overall case urgency will be 10 plus 20, totally 30. Same in the case of deadline also. If you give 30, so once the case reaches to deadline, the case urgency level will be 60. Okay, and the other thing is actions. As I have said, if on the 6th day also the particular user did not work on this assignment, then we have to send some follow-up email or something like that. So if you go here, perform action, select action. So if you want to apply some data transform, call as a data transform, you can give this. If you want to call another flow, or you want to advance this flow to another assignment, you can give this. If you want to notify the assignee or notify manager, notify the party, you can give this. Or if you want to transfer this particular assignment work object to another user, you can do transfer, and you can just select work list or work queue, whatever you want. And this run activity, if you have some customized code and you want to call some activity, you can do this. This is notify party. You can select your correspondence name, party role, what is the subject, and if you want to add few attachments, you can give this, and you can select priority as well. And this is notify assignee. Indeed, it calls this activity, and this is notify manager. And if you have some customized flow action, you can give this flow action to perform. And if you have some other flow, you can give this flow name, and once you give the flow name and you have parameters, you can set those as well. And not only one, you can add as many actions as possible, and you can play around with this by using when conditions as well. In this way you can configure goal, deadline, past deadline, urgency, and when this needs to be triggered, and what is the action that needs to be taken. Next configuration is, suppose you are having different business calendars and your application is hosted in different regions, and you want to include only business days to match with your calendar. You no need to worry about it. There is this checkbox, only calculate using business days. So it won't count holidays, business holidays, weekends as well. So it would be taking from our business calendar. So this is configuration of SLA, but how we have to use this SLA, how a particular assignment is linked to this SLA. So there would be many assignments in our case, but it is not like whenever a case comes to an assignment, this SLA would be triggered. There should be a link between one assignment or on a case or a stage to this SLA to get this triggered or activated based on our business need. So in flow, if you go, Suppose this is the flow, this is our assignment, and if you scroll down, you can see here service level. Here you can refer the service level agreement that we have configured, and there are some OTB SLAs also where you can use them. This is part one, and another place is just if you open case type, this is called as stage level SLA. Here also you can give for this respective stage. This is the SLA, and we have case level SLA. This is edit case type. If I go to settings, and if you go to goal and deadline here, you can see here goal and deadline. You can see never custom SLA, or you want to reuse existing SLA, you can give this and give the SLA name. Or if you want to configure only for this particular case separately, you can give this case, parent case, and top level case. Based on this, you can define goal, deadline, and whom do you want to notify. So there are other places as well. You please explore yourself and let me know what are the other places where we can configure this SLA. Hope you have learned service level agreement and understood the basic concept behind this. And please comment your feedback on this video, and you try SLA and explain your experience as well. If I missed anything, please feel free to give some feedback to me. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Please share, like, and comment your feedback, and stay tuned to this channel.